There is a unique kind of exhaustion that comes from dealing with one person. Maybe it's a coworker who subtly undermines you in meetings, a relative who offers advice that feels more like a judgment, or that person in your social circle whose negativity feels like a poisoned dart. You leave every interaction feeling drained, angry, and replaying the conversation in your head for hours. They are living rent-free in the most expensive real estate in the world, your mind. Our first instinct is to fight back, to argue, to defend our honor, to prove them wrong. We believe that if we can just win the argument, we will win our peace. But this is a trap. It's like trying to win a fist fight with a ghost. You only exhaust yourself, punching at air. There is a higher path, a more advanced way of handling the people you dislike. It is not about changing them. It is about a profound internal shift in you. It is about mastering 3 ancient disciplines that reclaim your energy and protect your peace. 1. The discipline of indifference. The stone in the path. The German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer once said, "To be angered by another's actions is to be a fool. It is like being angry at a stone because it is in your path." This is the first and most fundamental discipline. It's the art of treating negativity not as a personal attack, but as an impersonal obstacle, like a rock on the road. Do you scream at the rock? Do you write letters to its manager? No, you simply walk around it. Imagine an architect named David, who works at a highly competitive firm in Chicago. A rival colleague, Mark, constantly makes snide remarks about his designs during presentations. Mark will say things like, "That seems a bit ambitious for a project of this scale," with a condescending smile. The old David would get hooked. He'd become defensive, his voice would get tight, and he'd launch into a long justification, trying to win Mark's approval. But this only made him look weak and emotional in front of the partners. He was getting angry at the stone. The new David practices the discipline of indifference. In the next meeting, when Mark says, "I'm just not sure about the materials you've chosen," David doesn't bite. He pauses. He looks at Mark with a calm, neutral expression, gives a slight nod, and says, "Thank you for that feedback, Mark." Then, he turns his full attention back to the partners and continues. As you can see from the structural analysis on page 5, these materials provide a 20% greater tensile strength. He gave the comment no energy. He offered no argument. He treated Mark's negativity as an irrelevant piece of data and simply walked around it. The room felt his power not in a loud defense, but in his quiet, unshakable focus. This is indifference. It is not weakness. It is a silent declaration that the other person's opinion is utterly irrelevant to your mission. The Stoic emperor, Marcus Aurelius, perfected this mindset. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Your indifference is that strength made manifest. 2. The discipline of detachment. The poison of proximity. While indifference handles the moment, detachment handles the relationship. If you find yourself consistently dealing with a stone in your path, at some point, you must realize you are walking down the wrong road. Engaging with a person you deeply dislike is like wrestling with a pig in the mud. You both get dirty, but the pig enjoys it. The very act of hating someone, of focusing your precious mental energy on their flaws, begins to poison you. This is the wisdom behind one of philosophy's most chilling warnings, from Friedrich Nietzsche. He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss will also gaze back into you. Consider Emily, a young professional in her late 20s. She has a friend from college, Jessica, whose life seems to be a constant stream of drama and passive aggression. Every phone call with Jessica devolves into gossip or subtle put-downs. After every call, Emily feels angry, drained, and finds herself complaining about Jessica to her husband for hours. The negativity isn't just coming from Jessica anymore. Emily is now carrying it and spreading it herself. She is gazing into the abyss. Practicing the discipline of detachment is her only way out. It's not about a dramatic confrontation. It's about a quiet retreat. Emily stops initiating the calls. When Jessica texts, she responds politely, but briefly, a day later. She uses the hours she once spent fuming about Jessica to join a local hiking club. There she meets new people who are positive, encouraging, and share her interests. Slowly, without a single fight, she has detached. She has created so much emotional and physical distance that Jessica's negativity can no longer reach her. She didn't run away from a monster. She simply chose to walk toward the light. Detachment is an act of profound self-respect. It is a form of energetic hygiene, washing your hands of the toxicity that would otherwise stain you. 3. The discipline of ascent. The view from the mountaintop. Indifference protects your mind. Detachment protects your peace. But ascent makes the problem obsolete. This is the highest and most powerful of the 3 disciplines. The ultimate way to deal with someone you dislike is to outgrow them so completely that they no longer exist in your reality. It is to focus your energy with such intensity on your own growth that you simply ascend to a level where their influence cannot touch you. As the writer Mo Yan once said, "We come into this world covered in dust, not to live for the people we don't like." Michael is a junior software developer at a respectable but uninspired tech company. His manager, a classic micromanager, constantly doubts his abilities. He tells Michael he doesn't have the strategic mindset for senior roles and assigns him boring, dead-end projects. The old Michael would have become resentful. He would have argued, his work quality would have dropped, and he would have been trapped, proving his manager right. But Michael chooses the discipline of ascent. He doesn't argue. He doesn't complain. In fact, he becomes quiet. At work, he does his job perfectly. No more, no less. But at night, he is a man possessed. He uses the manager's doubts as fuel. He spends every spare hour not just learning to code better, but learning about system architecture, AI, and machine learning. His goal is not to get a promotion at his current company. His goal is to make his current company irrelevant. A year later, he and a friend from an online course launch a small app. It gains traction. He gets seed funding. He quits his job to become the CTO of his own company. From this new altitude, his old manager is no longer a source of frustration. He is a tiny, insignificant figure in a past life. Michael didn't waste a single ounce of energy fighting him. He used all of his energy to climb. That is the discipline of ascent. Don't fight for a better seat at their table. Use that energy to build your own castle. Your success becomes the final, deafening, unspoken word. The people who bother us, who anger us, who we dislike, they serve a purpose. They are tests. They are the stones in the path that force us to find a better route. They are the monsters that teach us not to fight. They are the gravity that makes our ascent all the more triumphant. So, the next time you feel that familiar anger rising, pause. Realize that the person before you is offering you a choice. You can engage and lose your energy, or you can turn inward and practice a higher art. Be indifferent, be detached, and above all, ascend. Because your life is your own, and it is far too precious to be wasted on anyone who does not wish you well.